Why hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Shobo, joined by Mr. Ollie Cat. He's here next to me, wanting pets, of course. Yes, he's here getting his attention. Yes, he wants all of the attention in the universe on this day. Hi, today is what? What is today? It's 27th of August, Tuesday, 2024. Oh boy, I'm tired. For whatever reason, I'm feeling quite tired. In fact, the last several days, I've been a bit slow. I didn't really change how much coffee I'm drinking. I'm at 1 cup. And I've been at 1 cup for a while, and I thought I was past the point of being super fatigued, but I've just been tired, and really the only thing I've done outside of streaming and my normal 3D printing business stuff, printing out my sales, is I've been reading. I've just been here with my Kindle in hand, just lean back, reading. All day, pretty much. All day, all evening, until I go to bed. Okay, yeah, this is a period of super low energy lately. But we're gonna try to keep pushing through it. Today, I have changed my settings here for capturing the game. I am using the actual auto-detect, the game auto-detect feature in XSplit rather than trying to capture the window itself, so no longer will I have other stuff able to overlay the game. It is an exclusive capture now. Actual exclusive capture, and it is working in this way rather than as a window capture. So some games I have to use window capture, some games I guess I have to use game capture, which is odd, but at least this seems to be working on this day. So I'm going to continue. I'll think of other things I may want to talk about, but I've stopped basically every other game that I play between streams to read lately. I've just been reading. I haven't even loaded up anything else. Yeah. So, what did we do last time, and what are we doing today? Well, last time we met, I built. Well, we had unlocked some stuff. In particular, some of these very, very nice crossovers on here. The ability to have belt crossings. And I have made use of this belt crossing entity to make these much more compact builds. Much more compact little builds. Blueprints. These are my blueprints, and this area is my blueprint book, or my blueprint gallery, for all the main processes that I will need to make basically any shape. Every shape that I build myself will use essentially each of these particular blueprints. I can build pretty much anything with just this, I think. I don't think I need anything else. This is all the main tools. With, I guess, one exception, I don't have the layer painter, a build for the layer painter. So let's add a build for the layer painter, as that's something that we unlocked last time. Yeah, we unlocked this guy. And this is gonna be over here. Yeah, so the real question is, where am I going to put the buttons? Because I sort of need 5 inputs of belts here, and all of the buttons are on the top. So it's like, okay, well, I could put the buttons up here to add an extra height. And I guess that's the real, like, only good way. Or the only decent way of doing it. Why does it still say... Why does it still have... Oh, because it's no signal. But that's fine. I guess I'll have just the one on there, just to have it. So then, for a full belt of output... Oh. Sigh. What is the throughput of this building? 3 per second. We do 6 per second, so you only really need 2 of this. Per belt. Interesting. So this does 6 tiles high. This one is 8, I think. Yeah, 8. But that'll work. That'll work out. That's our layer painter. This is different from the vanilla entity. The vanilla entity is the quad painter. Yeah, that's a bot saying goodbye forever on Twitch. Getting immediately stopped. So, yeah, with the vanilla entity, with the quad painter, it does each quadrant of a shape all the same color. I guess regardless of layers, number of layers that it paints. Yeah, I had not previously thought of that, but you know, just painting in general is able to paint all of the layers at a time. So I guess my thoughts have always been that the vanilla building isn't really useful because it's very wasteful. It's extremely wasteful on the color that you shove in, because it was consuming the full unit of color for each quadrant. So in order to have 1 belt of output, you would need 4 belts of input color if you have 4 quadrants that you are painting. Which, honestly, when compared to this thing, which halves the amount of the color that you need, yeah, it's pretty much never worth using, in my opinion. I don't really see a need for that outside of potentially a system where you just simply do not care how much of the input of inks that you are using. Having the fine control may end up being better in systems such as Make Anything machines. If you have a Make Anything machine, then you would probably want that vanilla building, the quad painter. It may have use in there. Though I would still prefer using signals on the ability to output to different areas and use these to save on input color most of the time. This building in this mod, however, behaves differently. This is the layer painter, so each of these inputs of color will color an entire layer at a time. There is a pretty big difference in how that works compared to the quad painter. It's no longer doing quadrants, it's doing entire layers at a time. And you can pick and choose which layers you wish to paint. And you can bring in a already painted object, or an object with an already painted layer, and then paint the remaining layers. The solid color, the full color. And since it's doing all 4 quadrants at a time, it doesn't quite feel as wasteful, especially if your final product is using multiple different colors on each layer. But anyway, we need to make this shape today. We also unlocked, like, all of the research stuff. We unlocked all the tier 3 things here, which included the layer painter, as well as the smart tunnel, the line crossing, and the corner crossing, and the mini storage. So we got all of that stuff done last time. And I don't really need any of this anymore, so I'm probably just gonna grab all of that and remove it. This would be, I think, a fair enough location to build this object, because this object is made up of stars and circles. I believe that these are not combined things, and since I have a supply of stars and circles, even though I do have the pinwheels there, may as well use it. May as well use it. Over there. Now I will need cyan and I will need white. So I'm going to grab my white and my cyan, or my, dual paints and triple. Over here. So I can make entire belts of the white and the cyan. Now the cyan is going to be green and blue. Now there's blue here, but I'm going to be like building things in there, so I'm not going to... no, come on up here. I'm just doing this because I feel like it, rather than using the undergrounds. Oh. Those were facing in the wrong direction. So we have white and we have cyan here. Okay. Well, I need more belts. Not if I'm careful. Not if I'm careful about it. So it's one belt of white, and you paint the white star, and then you can cut it using the thingy. There'll also need to be a cyan star and a cyan circle. And this thing is really built to have 2 belts of these things, so I'll need another belt of white. 2 belts of white, 2 belts of cyan, a single belt of circles, and 2 belts of stars. Right, how am I gonna... I guess like that. Come on. No. There. Make white. There's much easier ways I could have done that, but that's the way I did it. That's what I chose. Alright, so that's 2 white and a cyan. Now, I will paint. Thou shalt paint. I mean, I could have used this thing, but... eh. Just eh. The layer painter... I could theoretically use, but... no, because it would end up using for each belt of output 2 white and 2 cyan. So, no. Not the best option. If I had completely different shapes with more than 2 colors, I might use the layer painter, but not like this. 3? Yeah, 1 circle and 2 stars. Two stars and a circle. So the bottom layer, the bottom line is the input. Cannot forget that. So I need a white star, a cyan star, and a cyan circle. Oh. Right. I'm making 2 output belts. I need another line of stars. Where are the stars? All the way over here, and I'm using an absolute shit ton of them. let's try to do this correctly this time. Let's do those for whites, but because I didn't add another cyan, I'll use the dual. Alright. Sure, I'll do it like that. Huh? Okay. Star. No. Bottom. 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 Okay, split. Alright, 2 whites, a cyan full, and a cyan full belt. Cool. Now what? Cutting. Laser cutting. Make it easier. Right, the laser cutter. This guy. I will need 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I need to connect this button ever, because it's just turn on these. I think I only really ever use this laser cutter to cut this particular shape. Since getting this machine, I've only really needed to use it for this. But it can cut just the single quadrant. It's very useful for cutting the single quadrant as well as cutting 2 quadrants out. Having 3 on is effectively the same as having 1 on. It just changes which thing is outputting what. And there's no point in having all 4 on, so realistically speaking, you only actually need 2 buttons ever in opposite corners. Huh. I just thought about that. Like, actually, you don't need any other thing besides just 2. You only need 2. But if you don't want to rotate, I guess it's fine having all 4, and then you can just choose which 2 at most you have on. But, yeah, anyway, make that. Okay. I'm doing this completely wrong, by the way. I just... why? Why am I so bad? Why am I bad? Can someone explain to me why I'm so bad? Why am I so bad? Like, why did I autopilot this completely without even considering the logic behind this? Like, the whole point is that I need to do layer shifting to get this thing shifted onto its own independent layer that is only that thing on layer 3 high. Like, oh god, this has a specific way of doing it that cannot depend upon this type of cutting. I think I'll have to do the same thing to the one of the white daggers. I think I have to do the same thing to the white. Yeah, I'll do it to this guy. Okay, it'll be better if we've got the same rotation on everything, and that these are opposites. Actually, is that even the way that I want it? Because the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this guy as a cap. The layer shift needs to actually be these. And this guy caps it. Or does it matter? Logic. I hate the logic at times. Can this one be done from the bottom up is the question. Let me test some stuff. So we need white base, cyan, but if I throw on that, I just want to see what happens if I do this as this, if I end up with the correct size. So if it's like that, I get the correct size, it looks like. Maybe. And then just rotate that 180. Oh, whoops. 180 is the same. It's almost. Alright, so that. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the problem right there. That's the main issue here. So, if you try to do it this way, stacking in this manner, that's what you're going to end up with. That's the fundamental issue here, and why you need to do layer shenanigans. Now, if I try without layer shifting shenanigans to do this from the top down, that is a process where you end up with this. You end up with this. Yeah, so there has to be layer shifting, and we have to do it with halves. Yeah, so you halves? Guess I can make it work. Alright, so first thing, I need a sacrifice item. That needs to be cut in half as well. And merging. Oh, so much merging. Okay. There's a nice standard old merger there. Okay. I'm gonna need another line, alright? Yeah. Sigh. Okay, who stacks to what? This is the right side. This is the right side. or black, excuse me, this is the left side, and this is the left side, and this is the right. This is right. No, this. Really? Alright, fine. Be that way. No, not there. There. Okay, I have this now. Times 4 belts. Wherever the hell I'm gonna put those. Merging again. So now, who goes on top of what? What order am I going to be doing this in? In this case, these go on top of... Come on. Oh, you son of a... I'm actually really hating these smart splitters and mergers. I'm actually really hating them. Absolutely despise them. They never do what I want them to do. What you... There. There. Yeah, see, that's not what I wanted either. I keep trying to do too many steps all at the same time, and it's annoying me. Yeah, get rid of all of it. All that dye. So I'm doing it wrong, fundamentally. I'm just gonna have to work with individual quadrants. Bam. What I really need is a quad cutter on... Not these, on this as well. Great. So that needs to be a quad cutter. I mean, I'll probably have to remove those as well. The other two are fine. Like, those other two things are correct. It's just this. I'll be using quad cutters. Hopefully I have enough space. In here. I do. Somehow. And there. Okay. Then, standard cut. Twice. I'll worry about all the rotation later on the inputs. Because I am going to have to rotate for matching. Because I'll need to reduce this all from 8 belts to eventually not 8. Yeah, not 8. Alright. Then a whole bunch of merging. Okay. Thinking. If I use this guy first, I'm gonna need a right. King. I'll need the bottom right. Go on. Go on down. Oh, come on, I picked the bottom left instead of the bottom right? Why am I blind? Come on. Chew through the bad stuff. So I would have to do this twice. 2 belts of this. Yeah? Oh god, that means I'm gonna need more. More of this. Breathe. Breathe, it's okay. Okay. I am going to 180 these. And do that. Ew. Sigh. Not enough space. Yep. Not enough room. Is there a way out of this? Technically, I can replace that with one of those, and then make that jump. The issue is this guy has to move there. Ta-da? Question mark? Is this something to celebrate? My own ineptitude? Oh, God, okay. Phew. So then, do I do the other, like all of the things together? I think so. Which means take this add another 1, 2, 3. Yep. So the top line is the trash. I guess it doesn't really matter, actually. So I'll need to do some rotation. Oh. There was still a small amount of contamination. Okay, I think that's resolved now. So it's bottom right. Everything shall be bottom right for you, and everything here shall be top right. You son of a... Why does it always do that? Garbage. Garbage game. Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage mechanic. Absolutely garbage. Okay. Well. Getting every output from this. Yeah, I guess. just match the undergrounds and everything should work out here. As Mr. Cat is now snoring. He is snoring, of course, next to me. Very, very comfy kitty. Next merging line. Doesn't really matter too much with any of this, but like, realistically speaking, it doesn't matter which is what. But whatever. Okay, so we have a layer shifted thing. A layer shifted thing. God, do I ever hope that I am not doing this completely wrong, because that would not be nice. Okay. Because I may have just done half of this wrong. Just FYI. I may have just done half of this wrong. But we'll see. Choppy in half. And dumpster, that guy. Rotate every other 180 degrees. And do 2 merge lines. And the result needs to be still rotated by 90. Okay. I'm done caring about nicety and how all these belts look. So that thing gets merged on top of this thing. So I have to make the bottom 2 layers. So that's going to be 2 belts for the bottom 2 layers, and then 2 more for the final result. Rotate you. So now I have to bring in 4 belts. Goodness, the frame rate is not kind right now. Yes, bear in mind, I will have 2 belts of output result here. Alright, who goes on what? The white is the base. Okay, that's convenient. White base cyan. White base cyan. God, I hope that this works. That is the base. And this goes on top. It does not. Fine. Be that way. This isn't as efficient. By any stretch of the imagination. But I'm going to do it anyway. give me something else sacrificial. Merge. I did the thing again. Sigh. I'm gonna need these halves. No, I'm gonna end up with a corner that's wrong if I do it like this. I'm still gonna end up with like one quadrant wrong. Because my thought with this is I would like, yeah, I can stick it as, oh, if I can get a half, it's fine. As the half. What was I thinking? If I can bring down not this, but these halves. If I can do these halves down onto this, stacked onto this correctly, then it should be fine. And I will need I just want to actually start by testing this to see if it even works in the first instance. So say I have this as this. What is this rotation? That is not the correct rotation that I need. can I do this ever with that rotation of the stuff? No. We need that quadrant empty. But actually, it matters which quadrant is empty here. Yeah, so this is not the rotation. Empty that. Empty these so it keeps moving. I need this rotated. That way. I think. And this will rotate that way. Now, does that give me half the shape? Still no. Still no. The answer is still no. Okay. All right. Sure. There's still wrong rotation things. Let me see what happens with this. So that even remains wrong that way. Alright, fundamentally need to rethink everything, basically. What am I doing wrong? I hate the entire premise of the logic, quote-unquote logic, because it's not presented to the player at all, outside of try it until it works. Experiment. Fuck you. No. Alright, well, if it doesn't work one way... If this layer shift for the top two layers doesn't work as is, then layer shifting for the middle layers and then trying to put this on top of the middle layers would be the way to go. So instead of doing the white and the cyan, as I've done, it would probably have to be cyan rather than white cyan. Boogers. In which case... swapping that. Waiting for propagation of things to go through. And I'll probably have to not flip this when it's cyan. Remember that most of this is just logic experiment at this moment in time, just to see what I'm ending up with. Right, so all of those are whites now. I don't need to stack the whites on the whites. This all is white. Just gonna remove that stuff while I wait for my complete propagation here. And I am sort of seeing what I'm looking for here. Starting to. Looking for the smaller square cyan. That's like big square, which is not what I need. Did I? Oh, I got rid of it on 1, but I need to do it on 4. There. There we go. This is still occasionally giving me a white thing. Just taking forever to finish propagating out all of the whites. God, still white coming through. How? Okay, finally all the whites look like they've cleared. Since that one looks like it's fully propagated, there's still some little bit of occasional weirdness. Others, somehow. I'll keep those voiding. But this guy is correct. What we do with this guy, do I even need to rotate 180 degrees? I don't really think that I do. Not 180. No, not 180, but 90. 90 degrees. The question is, with this, do I need only the one or the full cap? I think I need the full cap. So, what we do here is a merge. Here's my BP gallery. Gotta use the 4. Oh boy. Is it all just stepwise merging from here? I don't think so. I might experiment with it. So this is the base, and this would be the bottom. Or stacked on top of this. Now that may look a little odd, but that is actually still not correct. How? Well, let's see what happens when I try to stack the opposite piece. That rotates which way? That way. Which stacks on what? Which would be the base. This would be the base, actually. Let's do this guy. It's not it. Don't know why Mr. Cat just left. He just heard something. Oh, I can't believe how stuck I am. Well, that doesn't work. Just let me see what happens here. That's it, is it not? The problem is pasting the following layer, and whether or not that ends up on the bottom, or on the tip top as a fourth layer. The problem is having this as the fourth layer. That is the shape. That is not the shape, actually. That is not the shape. No, because it's not on the fourth layer. Yeah, that is not it. So I would have to get the white star piece on top on layer 4 in this shape. That is fundamentally the issue here, is having that extra intermediate layer in between. Where could I insert this? Hello, Mr. Cat. Welcome back. I'm just gonna finagle with something here. half the stream already of me putzing around with this, trying to figure it out. Ollie, why are you here and rubbing? Or do I just drawing board it, go back to the drawing board to try to get the correct shape, and I can worry about the colors later? Yeah, that may be it. Not screw around with any of the laser cutting BS. So all this makes the layer shifted middle shape. And I started... The thing is that I started with the layer shifted top, the very top. But it wouldn't paste on the cyan layer 2 correctly. So the issue is trying to get this pasted onto this correctly with that middle in between not having anything in it. So this whole thing has just been trying to figure that logic out. So I may have to just bring up where do I have... Oh, it's not here. I have to go to... I'm going to the guides for shapes because it explains... There is a guide to, like, the rocket shape. Guides. Or specifically for the layering. It's a layering guide. Layering. Detailed explanation on floating layers. Yeah. Okay. The floating layer issue. Doesn't help with this. This guide doesn't really help with this, I think. Stacker puts one shape on top of another and checks if the shape can slip down even further. Can all tiles of a glued shape shift down? If it's not possible for the entire glued shape to shift down, it will not. So you have to think of it as the entire glue, as the entire shape on each side. If one side, the entire thing can go down, it will. Which means in this instance, where I'm trying to put that final shape on top, because this isn't glued to anything else, it's just gonna go straight down to layer 3 because there's nothing in the way of layer 3 if I'm trying to put it on layer 4. So this one fundamentally does not work, will never work as this is. I have to have the layer shifted top 2 layers together as a step 1. Now, if I have to have them as halves or as a full shape is another matter entirely. I think I have to have it as halves. Oh. I've done one thing. I also need to do the other. Oh. I see. So, the solution to this, as it turns out, as has just entered my mind, like the eureka moment. I've done this layer shift. I also need to do the other layer shift. I think I have to do both to get this shape. It is quite possible I have to do both. How would that work? Oh, I just merged them. If I merge them together, I get what? What do I get? I get 3 out of the 4, and not the 4th. As long as I end up with half? So, give me junk. it's not layer shifted. Oh. I have the right idea, it's just... This needs to have the layer... This needs to be the layer shifted semicircle. So I sorta had it right the first time. It was, like, right-ish the first time. Oops. Get rid of stuff, things, all of the things. I think I actually had it right the first time. I just had to have an extra step of layer shifting. Yeah, I need another layer shift on this thing. Oh, and I need to do the thing again. Here. To actually get the shape that I want once we start bringing in the correct shapes. Trying to just clean out some belts here. Okay. That's what I need. And that's what I need. So. Now, the logic is I need to merge that. Okay. So that gives me... How do I layer shift this whole thing? Now that's a good question. Why? By, of course, taking this and doing it again. You do it again. And then you stack that on top of one of those. Et voila! Voila! Voila, voila! Stupid XLR cable came undone. It came undone on me. Voila! There it is. Yes, let it be. Holla freaking Loya! Okay. Now that that logic has been identified, now that I have done that logic, I have to get everything sorted again. Why nothing there? Okay. Get moving. So I do need to do this extra cut. Let me just think about this a second, because I should have 4 belts like this. Oh, this needs to propagate with the correct thing still. That's propagated the correct thing. Where are the other 2 lines? Why is this not moving? I guess it is now? Okay. Sure. I just need all this to propagate with the correct type of shape, and then rotate so that it's all, I guess, this orientation. And I need this thing, and I need this cut. I need a line to cut. Do I need to do this too? both of these lines. Yes. Okay. Cutting, cutting. Cutting. Junk line. Oh, I already have junk lines that weren't in use. So you're a junk line. I need to do rotations so that they all are on the bottom, and you need to 180. And then it's a heck of a lot of merging. Okay. Rotations that it's all on the bottom. Then now I need 2 of it. What am I doing? Stop. Stop! What am I doing? Oh god, I need more. More! More. More, 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 more. And more, and more, and more. I need this 4 times. Yeah, not joking. Actually need it 4 times. And then of course this stacks on top of whatever I have for this. So I need all these to be top rights. Yeah. that will go there. Oh boy. Alright. Grab that. Copy it. On that belt. On that belt. Goodness, now it's just busy work. Now it's just busy work to finish the build for this particular shape. Oh, God. I did not imagine in any universe that this would take this much effort. In no universe did I even remotely imagine. So what? God dang it. Just making sure that everything is correct. And the answer is yes, they are all correct. Now, rotate each of these 4 belts, and then it's time to cut them. Then figure out which side is which and delete the junk. Okay, delete the top. Is there an easier solution to this? Most likely, but you know, I have conquered this shape. I'm going to declare my victory over this thing. I still need to bring down these two belts. Of the white twin blade things. But it's still going to be a sec before I use them, because I have to now rotate those by 180, and I have to get 2 more merge lines. Oh, come the... Okay. Then. Two more lines. Likely doing that, but I can just run there and run out to there. So, you know, it would help if everything was actually rotated correctly. That would kind of help. Okay, it'll be finished propagating in a minute or two. But, oh my god, that took 2 hours. Just for one shape. And it damn well better be the correct one. In the end, after all of that, it had damn well better be correct. Alright, that looks like it's finished propagating by now. Where's my hub? Over there. So, does that look correct? Sure as hell does. Oh, boy. Are all 3 of those empties? Yes. Ooh. Oh my god, okay. Well. That was fun! Where's that? Jokes. These are jokes. That should help maintain proper throughput through the entire system. Oh boy. Alright, so just gotta wait for it to get to the hub, and once that thing starts ticking forward, I'll be like so relieved. So yeah, key thing that this particular shape needed is layer shifting twice. This is novel. I haven't had to do this in any other shape ever. Just like, in particular, this. Because doing this initial layer shift for the top section, that's easy. To get that top, the very top thing, this, to get half of it, where we have the this part on a higher layer than this one, that's easy enough. Very easy. With a sacrificial shape. It's very easy with a sacrificial shape, but to then add that onto sacrificial shapes to push that further up the stack. That's what's novel here, is pushing that up the stack. To force this empty layer in between the two in this quadrant. Yeah. So now I know how to force an empty layer, well, an empty layer 3 in one quadrant. This is still producing something wrong here, on occasion. I don't know why something is propagating incorrectly somehow. How are you getting... What is your problem? You're inputting something wrong. up here. You. Oh. See that? Because that has that extra little output up top. This thing, being smart, thought that I actually wanted to pull in stuff from the bottom when I didn't. Because it's smart. I think I'd rather have the dumb options, frankly. I think this idea of having these smart merger and smart splitter while removing the vanilla behavior variants is a rather stupid idea. I think removing the vanilla ones is extremely stupid. It's fine to have the smart one, but things like this shit happens way too often. Way too often. Too smart for its own good. Like, actually, I would rather not have things that look like, or that behave the same way as the trash bin. I would rather not, actually. And, yeah, we are getting correct shapes brought in. Hallelujah. Now, why is there throughput issues? Do I really need to do this here too? Yes. Obviously. On every one of these cuts. That works out. Alright. Now where are these not outputting? Really? Do I really need to have even more buffer room? Looks like it. They should absolutely be used equally, all being used equally. But just in case, I'll add even more stupid thingies. Never have enough thingies. Yeah, these wrong ones will take forever to propagate through correctly. Adequately. And now we're recovering the throughput on the stuff here. Phew, what is the next level gonna be? That was just level 22. What else is next? What is next? Because this apparently unlocks the hyperlink. Whatever that is. What is the hyperlink? And am I ever going to need this shape again? That's an even better question. It's like, ooh, am I ever going to need this shape again? I don't know. And how many levels are there? I don't know. I truly don't know. But we've almost actually gotten this level up at this point. While we still have some long shapes coming in, it'll resolve eventually. Once it all finishes propagating. I think it's finally cleared out. I think that's the last one that's going to be wrong. But we're going to be like done with this level. Before that, it's still a throughput problem? What? Still a throughput gap? How? How many goddamn storages am I going to need on these lines? I really don't want to spend much time fiddling with it, but yeah, that was a thing. God, that is the biggest factory that we've made, or at least the most like steps in a factory that we've done so far, because of this little issue where we had to work with quad pieces, like individual quadrants of things at a time. You've unlocked the hyperlink. Transports up to 3 belts of items at near instant speed from an entrance to an exit. And you can input a hyperlink directly into a hub. I'm sorry, how does that work? How do you hyperlink directly into a hub? Does it just like take this hyperlink of 18 per second as an input, fed directly in? Looks like the answer is yes, actually. Yeah, that's sort of what that means, huh? Can you cross? No. So that's part of the issue. You can't cross. And you can't underground. So realistically speaking, there's not a lot of point to this outside of using it to get more input into the hub, more input throughput to the hub. Yeah, there's no point besides hub throughput, really. I would not use it for anything else. But we are able to get upgrade tier 6 next by making this shape. Okay, this shape is probably going to be introducing to us the concept of adding smelting to what we just did. Woo! Okay. Sure. Yeah. About that. This one needs layer shifting to combine these two, at least. Oh yeah, and we're dealing with diamonds, the stars and square merging, combining, star and square combining. But I'm pretty sure I do understand the logic with this one. We'll need a sacrificial shape for it. I'm not going to bother making 2 belts. Screw it. While it would be convenient too, I'm not gonna. So we need stars and we need squares for this next one. So as long as I can find a star and a square patch, they're here. So I will copy key, stick it there. Alright, I'm going to actually take a note now. Because I'm going to need to do smelting in here before painting. I don't want to use the layer painter for this. So what order? What order do I want? No, and the cat's not. Oh, we have Dolly. We have a Dolly behind me. I just noticed Mrs. Kitty. Mrs. Cat is back there. The baby girl is back there grooming. He's grooming behind me. Yeah. Pretty Dolly. Alright. Well. Not exactly sure how many thingies of each thingy I'm gonna need, but oh well. La-dee-da-da. La-dee-dee-da. Three. Of this. Stars. 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 I could think about building with hyperlinks, but no. Screw that. Nice, that's gonna be all of those. But I also need another belt of stars. It'll only be a half belt of the stars ultimately, because I just need that thing. But I'm gonna need a quad cut. And I need 2 things smelted. Yeah, 2 smelts. Smelt the diamonds twice, or 2 of the diamonds. This diamond gets cut. These will be colored. 1 red and 1 white. So I need a white and I need a magenta. Red, green, and blue. Green. Red. Where's that green? Oh yeah, I need another red. Duh. Hello, Mr. Cat. At my legs. Why are you rubbing my legs? Ollie. Ollie. Cat. Mr. Cat, how you doing? How's Ollie Cat? Huh? Now we got both the kitties. Now we got both the kitties. Now we got both the kitties. Off to the desk. Off to the desk. Here, see the Ollie. He's big Ollie. Okay. Star. I need the regular star. What you doing? Hey. Hey, you. Yeah? What's the matter? What's the matter, Cap? Yeah? What's the matter, my boy? Yeah, what you looking? Where you looking? Focus, focus. Gotta focus, focus on the kitty. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, big boy. Aw, stretching. Nuzzles. He's Nuzzles. He's a Mr. Nuzzles. Yes. Ollie cat. Ollie Nuzzles. Let's get working here. So, what do I want to do first? And off he goes. And off he goes. May as well paint, I suppose. May as well get the painting out of the way. Red, 2 white, and oh, 2 white. Right. Sure, then I'll do that. Let's start with the red and the magenta. It's not right. That one. Cool. So, I need one of these in red. I need the star to be magenta. And I need these to be white. Okay. All right. All of the manipulations now. That's part 1. Done. It looks pretty big, because it will be very huge. If it looks large, it is. So I'm going to have to manipulate some of these shapes, cut them, specifically this guy and this guy. They need to be cut and manipulated. I'm actually going to have to cut these into quads. Yeah. Yep. Cut it in 4. And well, do I really? Could I use the other path as my junk? Yeah, I'm not going to make 2 belts, so I'll use the other half as junk. It's fine. We'll be fine. But I do need to cut those, so give me this. Okay, so we're gonna cut both of them. We'll cut the junk, and we'll cut both of them, and I'll only need 1 junk cut done in this way, if I need to do it this way, or because I'm doing it in this way. So that's gonna make 2 belts. I will do this. I should rotate everything to be the same. Orientation. Then junk. Comes in there. And I'll worry about rotating here first, so bottom, bottom. Okay. Stacking. There. There. What needed to be shifted? Actually, not you. You don't need to be shifted at all. So, I don't know what I'm doing here. Clearly. Clearly, I have no idea. It was this that needs to be layer shifted. Let's clear out the junk. Still wrong. Is still wrong. Lasai. Why can I not ever think correctly regarding this whole thing? You know, it would be nice to be able to actually be able to think correctly. Do I even need junk? Is the question. I think actually, no. I may just not need the junk, because all I'm doing is just the layer shift here. I need this stacked on this, and that means that I need this to not be this rotation. I need it to be either top or bottom. Great. No? That'll give me the opposite corner. Always. Wonderful. That would actually push it even further down. Or up. Just get rid of these magentas. Right. Not as efficient as I would like, but oh well. Doesn't matter here. That is correct. There is actually a little bit of a spot that it is above. I just need to cut again. See which side is which. Okay, this is correct. We just have to do this a second time. Using the other output of the junk, making sure that it is also correct rotation on the right. I'm sorry, on the right, on the left. Oh well. Okay, so this goes in that first one. That goes in there. This will get rotated 180. And then merged. Or stacked, excuse me. Is that line free? Answer is no. And I should just need to, like, rotate it 90 for it to be the correct thing. Then stack the white square on top of this. And stack this on top of the red. There it is. Well, gotta say, that one was significantly easier than the previous level, but we're also only building one belt here, and I actually didn't need too much stuff for this. I am technically losing a little bit of, like, white here, because I lose half of my triangles and stars. Just the way that I've built this, I do lose a bit of stuff. On purpose, but that's just the way of it. Alright, so to the hub. Bub. I'm gonna go around. Needs 7,000 units. Wonderful. Do I really want to actually make a second belt of this? At least this wasn't as crazy of a shape as the previous one. You know, this stupid thing here. This thing is crazy. Didn't help that I made some mistakes along the way, and logic errors along the way. Had to rebuild sections of it, but just look at this damn thing. It's huge! There's so much cutting and remerging. It just uses quad pieces all over the place. Or uses individual quadrants of pieces all over the place. Like, ugh. I really think I could have done this so much better than this huge thing. But, oh well. That is the first valid solution that my brain came up with, ultimately, on that one. This one, at least, not as big, because I don't need that stupid double layer shift. Because that was the key in being able to actually make this shape, is doing this. Taking an already layer shifted piece and then layer shifting it again to the top. Yeah. Before adding the extra piece there. Goodness gracious. So we are getting the stuff input now, which is good. This is good. Very, very good. Now, could I copy paste the whole thing and do it within 6 minutes? Get the whole thing again in 6 minutes? Probably not. Probably not. But what is 7,000 divided by 6 divided by 60? 19 minutes, about 20 minutes of sitting and waiting. If this was at the full capacity. Right, because the other stupidity here is I am going to need to run this stuff. The reason why I need these is as actual buffers, because I rely so heavily on the cutting here. Anytime I'm relying on all of the outputs of something that has more than one output, yeah, I have to use buffers, because more often than not, one belt will be significantly longer than the other, and that can cause issues. Rather significant issues. So throughput should restore itself soon. Might take a few minutes to propagate. But this will be 6. At least it should be 6. My gosh. It really should be. All my ratios I know are correct, so... Yeah, everything here is moving at the full speed. So it should be good. Well... yeah, that guide on the detailed explanation on floating layers, which is for the base game level 20 and 26, for the logo icon and the rocket shape. And it does, there's one specific line in there that is what has made it click a little bit better, and that is that the game treats stacking objects as being glued together. That if you are trying to stack a object that has multiple layers on it, it treats that shape as glued together for the purpose of that particular stacking step. If it can move the whole thing up or down, if it can shrink down to a base layer as the whole thing, it will do it 100% of the time. But if there is something in the way, it will not be able to do that. But it will treat it as a full shape. Now, I then wonder about, then, how does cutting work? Because if cutting leaves out a layer 1, it will push everything to the first layer. But what if there's layers in between that you have manipulated to a missing layer? Will it push it down if you cut? I don't know. Well, it didn't appear, right? It maintains the gap there. But I guess the question I have is, then, with something like this, if I then cut the semicircle, do I end up with that layer between still on that quadrant? Like, if I just temporarily pull some of this off, rotate 90 degrees, and cut it, it does not maintain the extra layer. It does not maintain the empty layer between them. There. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah, if you remove this on the side that fills in a layer, the cutter will smush it. It will smush it. That's what I needed to know, and it's good to see that is how that behaves, that I understand how that is how that behaves. Goodness gracious. Because that does limit how you can make several objects. However, we have reached the end of the stream for today, folks. We have survived. We have made 2 shapes all day today. I was thinking that we had potential for, like, finishing, maybe, or getting at least 3 or 4 shapes, not 2, in 3 hours. Not just 2. But one of these took 2 hours of our 3-hour stream. Yeah. Anyway, that'll be that. When I come back on Thursday, we're gonna see what the next shape is and figure out the next one. Which will... Well... So the way that the upgrades have always worked... Okay. Has been the shape that we just added is what's needed to do the upgrades, so it's just a matter of time on the upgrades. But yeah. Anyway, with that, thank you all for watching. I will be back on Thursday with more. I hope to see you all then.